but I don't like the color of the carpet.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
For over 30 years, we've enjoyed helping people not only sell, buy, and invest in real estate, also helping people build their finances, helping people build their fun, helping people even flourish in their relationship. So really 30 years of building home, life, and business. Answer.
You're going to answer my question?
I'm going to answer your questions.
I don't like the color of the carpet.
So what color would you change it to? Or would you prefer hardwood or maybe a laminate?
I want hardwood.
Okay, excellent. So really what you're going to learn in this episode is what is important and what maybe isn't so important because it's readily changeable.
But it might be like $5,000.
Right. And if you get the right flow, because flow is really important, the right home in the right location, because we got to first address that location's handled. Location, location, location. And if you haven't heard our rant, I'm going to call it a rant. The rant on the 3/5 rule of location, 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 then you'll want to go back to a previous episode where that is exactly what we unpack for you. Because the first thing to get nailed is location. Because if it's in the wrong location, who cares how much you like the house?
I had a client once. We drove up. They hadn't Google mapped it or whatever, and there was a convenience store right close to it. And I said to him, "Well, we have an appointment. We need to go in," because they ruled it out soon as because of the location. I said, "We have to go in. I gotta leave my card, and then we can leave."
Right, but if nobody's home, I just put my card in.
Yeah, but it's still. Anyways, we walk in. This place is a dollhouse. They fell in love with it. And it was a hard decision. But in the end, they decided not to buy it because of location.
Right. So location, we don't want you to sacrifice your location because that's probably the most essential piece because you can't move the house. If you don't want a highway behind you or a big road, don't buy a house with a big road behind it. If you don't want hydro lines in your community or close to you, don't buy a house. Those are all location factors. They have nothing to do with the house. So first we want to nail location. We're not going to go back on that rant, although I just did. So the next thing after that is really the big stuff, the stuff you can't change, like the flow of the house, the size of the rooms.
Even before we go there, exterior. Exterior can be quite expensive.
Yeah.
If it needs new shingles, if it needs new windows, if the siding is done, if it's got cracks in the foundation or structural
if it's
issues,
a structural
right?
conversation.
We're in big trouble unless someone wants to take that on and the price is right.
Right. Yeah, and if some of our very, very handy people will do it, which is fine, except we also need to be able to finance the thing. So depending on the issue, it's not just a conversation of whether you can accept it or not. It's a conversation of will your lender accept it or not. So those are the things we really want to be careful and clear on.
And then we're going to move to the inside. It's the last fifth.
It is the last fifth. It's the little teeny piece, even though it's what people tend to get all excited and worked up on. So when it comes to the inside, we're going to ask all our clients to really categorize what does actually matter to you. Does it really matter that you have to spend $10,000 on new hardwood because you don't like the color of the carpet? Because the reality, even if there was carpet there, it's only going to last so long anyway, and then you're going to have to rip it out. Even if there was hardwood there, what if it needs refinishing? Now, how's that really much different than installing new flooring? Not much. And so you want to think about what are those things that I can't change or that I can't change easily or that are cost prohibitive to change.
Like changing floor plan is not easy.
It's not.
It's a major renovation, moving walls, taking walls out, that kind of thing. Now, sometimes it's worth it.
Yeah.
You got a nice old bungalow in the right neighborhood and you decide, you know what, we're going to open up a few walls and we're going to make an open style kitchen to the family room and whatever. And it's worth it.
It is.
but you got to count the cost of that.
Count the cost. Is there anything else you would say people get caught up on that you really would advise you, if you're thinking of buying a house, not to get caught up on?
Majoring on the minors? Is that what you're saying? Okay. So things like, does it have air conditioning? Well, I say, does it have a furnace with ducting that we can put central air C in? Or sometimes it doesn't, and we need to look at, can we put a two-part air conditioner, a wall air conditioner, that kind of thing, and put that upstairs where the most heat is. So sometimes things like that are negotiable. Flooring, kitchens, bathrooms. Kitchens are a bit of an expense. You might spend anywhere from, I don't know, 15 to 50,000, depending on how big it is, what you want in it. And so that might be a deal breaker for you. Is a finished basement deal breaker for you? I'd say it shouldn't be, but it might be for you, because you can build a basement as long as it has a basement, full height.
If you want a basement, because some people don't use a basement anyway.
I know. So we're looking at, but what's the negotiability? Like, is the bathroom ugly? Can we renovate it? Does it have carpet? And we really don't want carpet because our kids have allergies. We need laminate. Not that expensive to do, not that hard to do. You can pay somebody. And with the mortgage rates, it's easy to have an overlap. If you're selling a property, have 30 days overlap. Line up the construction people. You close on the house, they come in, they do all the work, clean it, ready. It's like you're moving into a new house, paint
brand new property.
And the thing that most people are affected by the most is color of the paint.
I know, paint.
Because it's so big and it's so blaring. But yet it's the cheapest, easiest, fastest thing to fix in a house.
And yet emotionally it connects to us. Like it does something in people's body. So if you can close your eyes, physically close your eyes to the paint color. And actually the other one that gets people in trouble all the time is the other people's furniture. You don't even get to keep it most of the time.
Sometimes it gets them in either way.
Yeah.
It gets them like, oh, I got to buy this house. It's so beautiful. It's gorgeous. And all that stuff goes. Or the kids. Now, we don't bring kids with us now with COVID, but we used to bring the kids in. And the kids would say, oh, we want this house. And it was because of the toys that the other kids had. And that's not going to be there.
No. So we're going to invite you, if you're thinking, this sounds like daunting, and yet it sounds like it could be something we need to be doing. We're going to invite you to give us a call, or you can email us, and we're going to play something called the name game. And it's a lot of fun, and it'll make sure you make an amazing decision. And if you don't know what it is, you're going to want to take a look at our previous episode where we unpack the name game with a fair bit of detail.
Yeah. Well, you might be saying, just asked me to phone her or email her, and she didn't give me either one. So here it is. You can reach us at together@deckerteam.com, or you can phone us at 613-860-4663. And if you're driving, all you got to remember is 860-HOME.
Because you want a home. So if you're thinking, I want to do that, then call us for a free consultation so we can get the ball rolling, because what we know is an informed decision is always the best decision. We're honored to be your advocates on the journey of building wealth, wisdom, and worth.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together.